Hi guys, Tom here and welcome back to episode 5 of the Rangers Revival. Today we've got a league game against Falkirk, but before that we've got quite a few things to discuss and talk about. There's some behind the scenes things that have been going on between the last episode and this. First thing, and probably most importantly, we had our youth intake. Now, we signed a lot of players. I didn't really want to, but I just did what the system what the head of youth development wanted. So we got a lot of players. Not many of them will make it, if any. The one that was touted as being a potential future star was Stephen Davidson with the nice red mohawk there. Not anything to write home about yet. He's got some decent stats with 15 for passing. He's got high determination, which is always good. But he's not good enough for a squad yet, so we have to see how he develops. It's unlikely that any players that come through the youth system at the early stages of this series are actually going to make it in the first team unless they are something really special. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that the youth intake has come through. He was the only one worth talking about. None of the others are any good, even any good at all. So yeah, next up we have a new affiliate club. Where is it? Affiliates. Rochdale. We have first option on their players, and we also get to take players from their youth system, so it's a good way to gain a little bit of a foothold within England, and the first step in building the Rangers empire. I know Rochdale isn't the biggest club, no offence to Rochdale, and as we grow and become a bigger club, we want to get, go a little bit more exotic than England, but it's a start, it's a good start, and I'm happy to have Rochdale as an affiliate. So I was going to say they're the two things that we need to cover, but I also wanted to cover our transfer targets for the summer. If you do have any, please continue to flipping out because I didn't realise I scattered all these. Blimey, I can't even find them. But please continue to suggest players. It's been really helpful. I've already bought Jason Cummings, and he has been insane, as you'll see in a moment. And it's really helpful for you guys to be suggesting players to me because it really helps me out, and gives me an idea of who you want to see playing. Now, these are the players I am currently scouting. I've got quite a few here. Some of them you may know, some of them you may not. Not all of them are transfers that we're going to make. I'm giving myself options in different areas. A lot of them will be retrained into different positions if we do sign them. So we've got people like Stephen Mallon, who was suggested in the comment section, and the other ones I've found myself. Whether we sign any of them or not, I do not know yet. I'll have to think about that nearer the time because we haven't really got the funds to buy anyone yet. Now, on to what you've missed. The last episode was, of course, the humiliation by Celtic 4-1 away, but we bounced back, and we bounced back with style, and we finally beat Alloa. It took us 3 attempts, but we've beaten them. The bottom team in the division, we won. Jason Cummings with a hat-trick, very nice indeed. Craig Sibbald with a goal. Someone who's actually been very good for us. I signed him this season, and he's got a few goals, got a few assists. He's been impressive. I'm happy with Sibbald's first season for us. Unfortunately, we couldn't really maintain that winning streak, and we couldn't start a winning streak because we lost 3-2 away at second from bottom, Queen of the South. I don't really know what to say about this one. As you can see, it's a fairly even game. It was frustrating for me to go 2-1 up and watch us throw it away. We completely nullified any threat they had in the second half. I made some changes and stopped those threats. But the damage was done in the first half and we couldn't bounce back. But Jason Cummings got himself another goal. Oh, you also may have noticed in the Alloa game, Martin Waghorn finally got his first goal for the club, which is very good. Next up was a visit from third place at the time, St Mirren. Jason Cummings kind of sent them packing here, scoring in the 31st, 34th, 35th and 79th minutes. That's a 4-minute hat-trick there from Jason Cummings, an insanely quick hat-trick. I do not know what to say about this man, apart from the fact that he is absolutely phenomenal. 13 goals, 3 assists and 4 Player of the Match awards in 10 league games for us since signing from January. He is unbelievable, and thank you everyone who suggested him. He is a beast. He's already valued at £1 million. I don't intend to sell him just yet. I intend to get him a little bit better yet, and if we do intend to sell him, Get more than £1 million for him, definitely, with his goal scoring record. He is just incredible. But yeah, it's a good way to bounce back from the Queen of the South defeat. We then followed that up with another win, a 3-1 victory over Wraith Rovers. And now one goal in particular here really deserves being shown. So we're going to set the camera up to close. We'll just let it load the highlights. But Martin Waghorn got 2 goals. Playing on the right of midfield. We've moved him up front since then. Danny Mullin hasn't been playing particularly well. So Martin Waghorn, in the 16th minute, he produced a lovely goal. As you can see, it's Cummings here. His turn provided this time, and he chips it across. And look at this volley. Oh, lovely strike from Waghorn. It's just beautiful. I couldn't believe it when that went in, and it set us on our way to an emphatic victory, 3-1 over Wraith Rovers. I'll just change this back. But yeah, it's all looking rosy for us at the moment. We had an away trip to Hibernian, who was second, and we drew 1-1. Jason Cummings, obviously him, getting the goal. And then we finished up with a 2-0 victory over Morton, where Waghorn and Halliday scored. No goal for Cummings this time. He was a little bit disappointing in that game. But in terms of the league, this is where it leaves us. We've already secured a playoff spot, but with 7 games to go, we are 10 points clear of Hibernian. And we look almost guaranteed to get promotion to the Scottish Premiership, which would be fantastic. Now, it's a tough game today. It's against 3rd place Falkirk. I expect us to win. And then what we'll probably do for the next episode is I'll try and come back for the game that would win us the league when we get to that stage. It may be Livingston or Dumbarton, maybe, or maybe even a lower. Imagine a lower, gosh. But yeah, it's looking rosy. It's looking good for us. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the match. We've played them 3 times, beaten them twice, and drawn 3-3 with them, which is a little bit annoying to draw 3-3 with Falkirk. But we've beaten them 4-1 and 1-0. We beat them 1-0 on our last trip here. So we have to set the team up. Unfortunately, Zelalem has a bruised thigh, so he cannot play. So we got to replace him in the middle. Who do they recommend? Jason Holt's back from injury, so we'll pick him. And that is the starting 11. Fotheringham, Wallace, Wilson, Kiernan, Tavernier, Halliday, Holt, Thompson, Sibbald, Waghorn and Cummings. Of course, Cummings up front. Now, Jordan Thompson, I thought I had pulled him out of that, to be honest. I think he has been pulled out of it, because we had some international call-ups, and they're all due to play on the 24th. I was like, oh, is there an international break then? No, there's not. So I'm not letting my players go, not in the middle of a title challenge. So anyway, as I said, into the game. It is very nice to have Jason Holt back. He's been out for a little while, so it'd be good to get him some game time. They're playing a 4-4-2 as well. It looks a little bit... It looks like Cooper is going to be the attacking winger there. There's not much invention from that backline at all. It looks like Duffell's playing a supporting role, where all the others are playing defensive. It's like a very defensive central midfielding pairing, with the only real attacking threat possibly coming from Cooper. But we will see how they set up, and we'll change our approach to counter what they're doing. Now, I've been using the Prozone stats a lot recently, both in this save and my offline, or my non-YouTube save, and it's been helping me win games from really positions we shouldn't have been winning them. It's quite helpful to take a look at them, try and identify who the opposition's danger men are, or who their weak links are, and target them in such a way. I can do a video on that if people would like to see that, is me sort of looking at... I can do examples where it's worked and where it hasn't worked, what to do and what not to do. I'm not an expert, but I feel like I've got a decent understanding of it. Now here we are on the ball here. Wallace, he plays it into Thompson, into Holt on his return to first team action. Holt into Waghorn, into Cummings, into the crossbar. I expected that to hit the back of the net. Little bit disappointed it didn't. It was only a half chance, so we'll let him off. We'll let him off that one. But yeah, Prozone, very helpful. Tavernier on the free kick. Saved. Oh, crap. No, it was on, I think that was Woodwork as well. Woodwork's not our friend. But yeah, I'll do some Prozone work in this episode, maybe at half time, maybe through the second half. I generally like to watch the first half play out and see if I can figure it out myself before having to tackle Prozone. But it looks like we're creating chances in this game. Sibbald on the ball now. But nice for Cummings to get in the box a bit. He's not in the position I would want him to be. Waghorn here. He's shot. It's blocked. Holt again. Plays it out to Tavernier. He rips it in. It's Waghorn and he's hit the post. Blimey. It's 2-2 with Wraith and Hibernian, so it's not too much of an issue over there yet. But to hit the woodwork 3 times in the opening half an hour, it's pretty annoying. Tavernier whips in the cross. Cleared by Dick. Tavernier lets it go out for a throw-in. Okay, so it's been a frustrating first half so far. We should be ahead. It's Holt, Waghorn, and we are ahead. Martin Waghorn is finding his form. He's making his stick playing forwards role his own. Mullin won't be able to get back in the team. He's more like a backup for Jason Cummings at the moment. We might see Mullin at later prove, but hopefully this goal here will open the floodgates a little bit. Cummings plays it into Holt. Holt is actually tackled and it falls to Waghorn. It was pretty much an open goal for him. So very happy with that. And it's been all Rangers so far, which is exactly what I wanted to see. But this is going to be a clearance. Come on, Halliday, stop the cross. Alright, he's tackled Dick. He's cleared up to Cummings. Come on, lads, let's get a counter-attack going. Switch the play. Switch the play. Tavernier is open and we've blown it, but it's Halliday's got the ball now. He's lost it to Vaux. Vaux into Ambrose. It's Thierry Ambrose. Mazzini. It's a cross. It's... Wow, what a waste. How has Cooper missed that? Okay. That was a very, very major let-off. Did not expect him to miss there. But we are ahead, deservedly so. But that is cause for concern. I'm going to tell him I'm not happy. It's worked. Well done. Right, so let's look at the summary initially. Muirhead's making... There's not really much there. Muirhead's making a lot of interceptions, as is Dick. Maybe we need to look at who's giving the ball away. One mistake leading to a goal from Peter Grant. We don't really want to look too much into that. Let's look at the teams. We'll look at Falkirk. First of all, we'll see who's making their key passes for them. It's number 10 and number 15. So straight away, it's Ambrose. So we'll start to close him down. We'll tackle him hard and show him onto his weak foot. And it's number 15, which is Dick. So we'll just close him down and tackle him hard. Any players particularly dominating the ball for them? If we just set Cooper's passing up, we'll look at all their passing stats. Cooper's been anonymous, more or less. He has received quite a few passes, but he hasn't made many. Vaux is making a lot, and he looks to be a very important player for them. He's not making the key passes, but he's making passes. So Vaux, you're going to get closed down. We're going to tighter mark him to see if we can't already be there when the pass is being made. And seeing as Grant has made a mistake already, we're going to close him down a little bit more, just to see if we can force him into a mistake again. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do for now. Go back to the team talk quickly. There's a few players I want to talk to individually, especially Cummings. He's been bad, and we'll leave it at that. We'll see what goes on, as I need to switch back to pitch view. But hopefully I won't be left with egg on my face after bigging up my ability with Prozone. Hopefully these changes will produce something. But Vaux with the throw in here is cleared by Halliday, and we've got to close him down. I've told you to. Halliday is out to him. It's Thierry Ambrose. He's closed down massively there. Gape, Muirhead, Gape again. Vaux, he's been closed down. We're doing the work, but they've still got the ball. And Ambrose is offside, but he puts it in the net. Left unmarked there, which is a little bit concerning. Oh dear. A shoulder injury for Wesley Fotheringham, which means Cammy Bell comes in. I don't know how good Cammy Bell is. We've got to take off Cummings at the same time and bring Danny Mullin on. No, I'm not going to take off Cummings yet. I can't bring myself to do it. Not just yet. Not just yet. And that is a big blow for us. Fotheringham getting injured is a big blow. But I think that a couple of times he's been injured this season. I hope he's not an injury-prone player, especially for a goalkeeper. Let's Holt on the ball now into Wallace. He crosses it in. It's Waghorn. It's Cummings, and I keep him on, and he repays the faith. Jason Cummings with his 15th goal of the season puts us 2-0 up at Falkirk. Lovely ball here from Wallace into Waghorn. It's actually tackled from him from Grant. Straight to Cummings, who smashes it home. You could say it's another mistake from Grant. You could say that. And maybe Waghorn being on Grant, maybe it's a vindication of my of my team instructions. You never know. I might just be lying to make myself look better. But yes, Bell now on the ball. Plays out to Halliday. Dick intercepts. Holt though. Tavernier. Thompson. Into Waghorn. Up to Thompson. Into Waghorn. He loses the ball. So there's a pass that should never be getting intercepted, but Bell's got the ball now. Interesting highlight, this one. As Bell just launches it long towards Wilson. It's headed down by Volks into Bears. Mazzini's open. He's going to cross it in. Of course he is. It's Cooper at the back post and he's missed. It's a clear cut, another clear cut chance for Falkirk. They're blown. Right. Time for another change. Jason Holt. He's only just come back from injury. He's going to be struggling a little bit. Shields can come on for him. And we'll make one more change a little bit later on. Once we've decided who. But Bell, he launches it long towards Halliday. No, Dick has that again, but he's not completed his pass. It's Waghorn. Waghorn into Halliday. Look at the overlapping run from Tavernier. Completely ignored. Shields into Thompson. Into Sibbald. Through to Cummings. Should score. He does on the rebound. Second goal of the game from Cummings. He's really turned around that poor performance. He wasn't a 6'3". He's now on a 7. Probably going to go even higher. But it's Sibbald with another assist. I mean, in general this season. Cummings with the first shot saved and scores at the rebound. He's up to an 8.8 overall rating. What a day in the office for Cummings. Brilliant. It's Kiernan now into Shields. Tavernier on the ball. Waghorn, it's through. Watson pushes him off the ball. Out-muscled there, Waghorn. That's disappointing. Dick now. Into Watson. Dick to Gape. Cooper. Baird. Come on. Don't let them score. Thierry Ambrose pulled out of position a little bit. Wallace has won the ball back though. Thompson into Waghorn. Come on. Get your hat-trick, Cummings. Come on, mate. He's got the hat-trick. This guy is a machine. You saw how poorly he was playing. And I almost took him off. I was like, should I bring on Mullin for Cummings? And I thought, no, he's got something he can... If he just gets one... I was thinking if he got one, it would turn the gap point something round in this game. And he scored 3 after scoring 1 after I kept him on. Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable scenes. And it's 4-0. We're going to take Cummings off. And bring on Danny Mullin. And that will be a standing ovation, I'd expect, for Cummings from the away Rangers support. Blimey, what a game to live comment. Did not expect this, especially against third placed Falkirk. Okay, one more chance maybe in this game. Can we make it 5? It's Tavernier through to Waghorn. It's intercepted by Watson. Watson, that's Baird's ball. Into Ambrose. Looking the man out wide. Not that one. Cooper, it's crossed in. Smith, then it's a goal back, which is disappointing not to get the clean sheet. Smith was actually the man out wide I was worried about initially. That's Motherwell, Hibernian are 4-2 up now. 4-2 up now. But it doesn't make a difference. We're still winning this game. That's not going to change. This should be cleared. Or Dick completely messes that shit up. And there it is, the final whistle. Falkirk 1, Rangers 4. Well done. But the only bad point there is the injury to Wesley Fotheringham. So we'll see what that is just a moment. But as you can see, there's confirmation. Puts us up to, well, 67 points. First in the league. 10 points gap with 6 points left. 6 games left, which is only 18 points. So it may well be one of those 2 games I said, if we continue to win. So let's proceed and we'll see what the injury is to Wes Fotheringham and then we'll end the episode. It's a serious injury. I bet it's a broken shoulder. Dislocated, even worse. 2 to 3 months. So that's him out for the season. Oh, cracky. That's terrible news. I'm sure that Bell will be okay. But we might have to recall McCrory. And we have done so. But yeah, well, we won't worry about that. We're going to get promoted. I think that pretty much is certain. If we've only got 18 points left to play for and we're 10 points clear, say we win next game, that's 15 points, and we win the game after, that's 12. It'll probably be Dumbarton. Or it will be Dumbarton or Livingston. So I'll come back out the game we're potentially going to win the league on. It's pretty much certain. Great run of form, a great result in this episode. If you did enjoy, hit like, and if you're new to the channel, also subscribe. Rangers Revival is going to be consistent for the foreseeable future. Really hope you've enjoyed this. As I said, like, subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.